Hi everyone, this is Chris Natton, founder of BioMind Executive, high performance and epigenetics coach. Today I want to talk a little bit about strategy. Our strategies for addressing our health and wellness, our personal development, and our human potential. Now, there are different strategies that we take, and some of the more common ones are looking at food and supplementation. Others look at technology and data, and then some of them look at fitness and athletics. Um, you know, and then of course there's a combination of all three. One of the things that is often missed and not often talked about in the health coaching industry is mindset, which I think is crucial as the underlying factor for all of these and can really elevate what you do as long as you're getting the right tools at the right time and at the right place from the right source. So I wanted to share something that I found last night in a book I'm reading by Tony Robbins, Unshakeable. I got the copy right here. It's a book on finance. But what's really interesting, Tony Robbins is the master of psychology, right? And so when he talks about finance, not only is he giving you the tools, but he's delving into the details of what we're battling on a daily basis within our minds, the struggles that we have, the doubts that we have, the fears that we have, and just, the holes that we get into. And he brought up a story that I found to be super critical and relevant to the work that I do in epigenetic coaching. And he told a story about when one of his doctors discovered the tumor inside his brain. And the doctor totally freaked out and was like, we have to do surgery immediately. We have to get rid of this. Come in right now. He was in like Fiji or who knows where he was. He was all over the world. And he was kind of freaked out by it. And ended up getting a second opinion and saw somebody who wanted to do he just kind of laughed at the idea that, he was like, no, you don't need surgery. And then the second guy said, but we have an experimental drug that's not approved in the US and is being done in Switzerland, so we can send you over there and deal with this experimental drug. And he made a statement that was kind of funny. He said, like you take you take something to a butcher, what is he going to do? He's going to want to butcher it. You take it to a herbalist, what is he going to want to do? He's going to want to prescribe, and on and on and on. So the moral, when it ended up happening is that, he eventually he went to a third doctor and found out that, he just has, the tumor was benign and all this, but he had like an extraordinary high amount of growth hormone running through his blood, and the guy gave him a different perspective. He was like, look, there are athletes out there who pay thousands of dollars a month to have that type of testosterone boost or that hormonal boost. And, basically helped ease his mind and showed him that really, like, yes, this exists. This is a real thing. It's happening. But then showed him the risk and reward. And that was kind of the point in his book, was that in finance, we're always looking to minimize the risk and maximize the reward at the same time. And that's considered a good investment, right? Same exact thing applies to our health and wellness. What is the biggest bang for our buck that we can get? Is it spending hundreds of dollars a month on products that we know work, but don't know if they necessarily work for us? What is specific to us? That's where, it relates to my work in epigenetics and genetic analysis, and where it can benefit you is, really understanding and dialing it in for you. And what I call it's narrowing the field, right? Like, to me, we're not talking about finance. We're not talking about risk reward, even though it is, but I'm looking at, there's a whole array of things that work for so many people, but what specifically works for you? It's narrowing that field. It's narrowing that scope down to about, that 25, 30 degree space versus the 180 degree angle that we see, right? And so that's the service that I offer you. And what I do is, I want to encourage you is, as I continue to put content out on BioMind Executive, I want you to know that I put a lot of these strategies out there that come from different resources, specifically related to mindset, psychology, and personal development, because I find them to be highly relevant in the work that we do and the decisions we make, revolved around our human potential strategies, right? We're going to incorporate them all. We look at them all, but we look at specifically what works for you and really dialing in the mindset, the data, and everything else so that's specific to where you are and where you want to go. So with that, I'm going to sign off and hope that you have a great day. I recommend the book. It's great. Even if you get that one takeaway, it's like someone told me, just like read all the books you can, because one, it's all about discernment, figuring out what's real and what's not, what's relevant. It helps build that capacity within your own mind. And then also the second thing is you may pull one thing out of a book, but that one thing can change your week. It could change your month, your year, and your life, honestly. So read as much as you can, and I'll continue to drop as much content as I can based on the stuff that I'm reading and going through. All right, thanks. Have a great day.